Right now, new video from moments before a Wisconsin woman was hit and killed while on vacation in Florida. How locals are remembering her.
Plus, new home building bottleneck. What it will take to make more houses within reach for more people.
We are helping you plan the day and the weekend. I've got that latest forecast just minutes away.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. We made it to Friday. I'm Josh Breiter.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. We have a forecast that says spring is right around the corner.
As we spring forward this weekend, the clock's going forward tomorrow night. So I feel like it's just, we are flipping the switch. We're flipping it.
It's time. A big change in the forecast coming up that Chris Reese will track. First, though, we start with some very sad news out of Florida this morning with a local connection. A Cottage Grove woman was hit and killed in a hit and run in Fort Myers while on vacation this week.
Yeah, we're seeing that surveillance video from just moments before it happened this morning. Josh Wacker, the co-owner of the Dive-In Bar on Cottage Grove Road in Madison, identified her as Mary Reed, one of his employees. The video you're seeing right now shows Reed and her sister walking home after spending the day at the beach. According to an incident report, she was trying to cross the road when a driver hit her but didn't stop. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Caroline Rusher witnessed the crash and tried to help.
Nobody deserves that because, you know, this is a tourist area. This is where people come to have their vacation and to, like, live the dream, and that is not what's happening in cases like this.
Rusher says the place where Reed was hit is known as Dead Man's Corner for a number of fatal crashes there.
Last night, we stopped in at the Dive-In Bar in Madison where Reed worked part-time. There, we heard from one of her friends who says losing her will have an impact on so many people.
You know, she was like the mother hen. You know, she would, set you straight. You know, she would keep it real, per se, and things like that. I mean, great heart, outgoing personality, big personality.
The bar owner says Reed worked each Wednesday, so next week the bar will close that day. For an opportunity for you to help, here it is. The bar's monthly meat raffle, which normally raises money for local schools, is going to raise money for Reed's family instead. That event is set for noon on March 19th.
6:02 right now. Chris Reese is here with your certified most accurate forecast and planning our day. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, you planned the day. We're looking at sunshine early this morning. We'll start to see a little bit more cloud cover moving in right around lunchtime. Temperatures will be into the 20s, and the reality is we stay into the 20s for much of today before those temperatures actually begin to fall into the teens later on this evening, and then we begin to gear up for quite the cold night that is coming our way. Three things for us to know as well. That cold will last through Saturday, along with a quick hitting chance for some snow moving our way. Then it's a big spring fever push as we move towards next week as well. Here's that upper air pattern showing you that colder air as it moves into the picture. This is on top of us on Saturday. Watch out, begins to move away from us though as we move into much of next week. Temperatures in the 60s perhaps on Wednesday, near it on Thursday, 59. Even next weekend we're going to see our temperatures hanging out into the 50s. So enjoy that. Snow is on the map right now to our south, and this winter storm is going to be perhaps the last winter storm of the season for a lot of folks. We're talking winter storm warnings throughout parts of Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, all the way down into Alabama as well this morning. We're dry up in the upper Midwest, but we do have a cold front moving through. It's got some flurries southeast of the cities right now. That's going to bring our flurry chance later on today. Our next chance for snow is actually Saturday night into Sunday. This is not a big deal, not a major snow chance, but nonetheless, it is our next opportunity to see some sort of flakes before things really begin to warm up. 16 right now, a little bit of cloud cover out there. We're partly cloudy, winds out of the south at 8. Our wind chill is at 5 headed out the door, so do be prepared for that. Temperatures are into the teens for pretty much all of us. If you want to play where's the cold front, focus on the wind change that we're seeing to the north and west. In fact, watch this. I'm going to switch the graphic, and that's where our cold front is. We'll continue to track that to the south and east throughout your morning. Lunchtime, late morning, towards lunchtime, it's on top of us. We'll get a period of cloud cover rolling through, and then that'll clear out. But as that cloud cover rolls through, we'll see a chance for some flurries. Then we'll go all the way down towards 2 overnight tonight. Wind chills will be into the teens below zero as you're waking up on your Saturday morning, so be prepared for that. A snow shower is going to be possible Saturday night as well. Do not forget to spring forward as we start to move towards Sunday, and Mother Nature doesn't forget either. 49 on Sunday, 50s, and then 60s to come next week.
At least with losing an hour of sleep, we've got something to look forward to on the back end of that, right?
Yeah, some nice warmer temperatures. 61 on Wednesday. Looking forward to that. Thanks, Chris.
I won't be losing an hour of sleep. I'm just going to sleep an hour later.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
You got to love sleep on this shift.
Make it work.
Exactly.
All right, 6:05 right now. Housing is approaching a crisis stage here in Dane County. News 3 Now has covered the struggle to find affordable housing downtown, but what about single-family dwellings anywhere across the county?
As Eric Franke reports this morning, it's a crucial piece of the housing puzzle. And if you're looking to build a new home in 2022, get set for a wild ride.
Hey, there's so many words you could sum it up with, but chaotic is probably one of them that we use a lot of.
2021 was a year that tested home builders and home buyers in Dane County.
So many ups and downs, product availability, work skilled trades. It's just insane right now.
The price of lumber peaked last May, then dropped 75% by fall, and has started 2022 back up to where it was last spring.
Just across the board, we're seeing all product go up, that 20% mark. So it's back up, and we're fearful of what that's going to do for this next year. We're going to be in the same predicament that we have been, I think. I was just kind of finding the right plan to fit the neighborhood.
Brad Burrs with McFarland-based Urso Brothers Builders is the president of the Madison Area Builders Association.
Open concept is huge.
Their mid to high-level custom homes are selling faster than they can build them.
We want to get away from that basement feel.
This one in Fitchburg and a parade home next door sold before hitting the market. For builders, two familiar challenges: the supply chain.
They're trying to get shipments to us. Well, we get them to port and we're backlogged there. And then, it just goes on and on. The drivers, we don't have enough drivers to get things places.
And beyond that, like many industries, they need workers.
Supply chain needs to be fixed, materials need to be fixed, but similarly, if we had the labor solved, that would be one of the big 5 key factors for pricing that would come down.
More workers means more houses.
We've talked to builders who have said that if they had the labor, they could do twice as many homes. So you look at it and you think, all right, if there was more homes, the surplus, then we'd have less of that demand, that's really crushing the pricing and really making things in Madison unaffordable.
While that's a long-term solution to ease the county's housing crisis, eventually putting new homes within reach for more people, those who can build now still are doing so. Last year saw the most new housing starts in Dane County in 15 years.
It's amazing how much chaos there is, but yet the builders and the industry keeps kind of overcoming that chaos.
As the area continues to grow faster than any other part of Wisconsin,
Then we come into the master with a nice ensuite.
builders know the challenge that lies ahead.
We need 200,000 more housing units in Dane County by 2050, and we are well below that at this point to hitting that number.
You go back 10, 15, 20 years, and every year you could say, well, I'll just hold out till the prices go down. Well, that just doesn't happen.
Lawler and Burrs say that staying in constant communication with your builder and understanding the fluctuating prices is vital. And understanding that building a new house due to the supply chain and labor issues can take much longer to complete your home.
6:08 right now. Coming up in the 6:08 this morning, how Allison Dairyland is getting ready to celebrate a big milestone here in Wisconsin.
Plus, the baseball lockout is over, the new rules, and when the Brewers will open up their season.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the power swabs.
I think white teeth are absolute sexy magnets. I love it.
Power swabs have really made a huge difference on the entire quality and color of my teeth, and I'm very, very happy with them.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth for hot drinks, ice cream, anything hot or cold. Really, really sensitive teeth. With the power swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It is so fast. It is effective.
Great thing about power swabs is that it's just easy to use. To me, it's the best solution for teeth whitening on the market.
Introducing Power Swabs, the 5-minute stain removing and whitening treatment. Apply the Step 1 stain removing cleanser. Use the swab to get in between teeth, around edges, as the blue cleansing detergent is thin enough to get into pores to release stains. Open Swab 2. Duplicate the process. Instantly see up to a full 2-shade difference. That's powerful. Forget gooey trays. Save a fortune on electronics. Forget slippery strips. Imagine your teeth up to 6 shades whiter in a week. Call or visit us online now, and we'll send you the complete Power Swab system. 7 cleansing swabs. 7 Power Swab foaming whitening swabs. Thanks for celebrating hundreds of thousands of satisfied smiles. We're offering them to you right now for this incredible discount. We'll pay your shipping and handling. If you're not fully satisfied, even after day 1, return it for your money back. Laugh more. Smile more. Enjoy life more. Call right now or go online now, and we've been authorized for a limited time to include our on-the-go Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick. It's a $19.95 value, free. With this complete offer, you are saving over 40%. Call or go online now. Brighten your smile and your life now.
To stay out in front, you have to rise above the competition at every turn and earn the right to be known as a champion.
Jack, how's the car?
Hy-Vee gets what it takes to be the best. When it comes to fresh, sustainable seafood, they're first rate. Because they know fresh seafood. And here's a simple takeaway. If you think you can find any better, then you don't know Hy-Vee and you don't know Jack.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back at 6:11, and it's time to see what's happening in the 608 this morning. And a very special one. Allison Dairyland is getting ready to celebrate 75 years here in Wisconsin. And here to talk with us more about this is Jill Makovic. And Jill, thank you so much for being here. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you're pretty special because not only are you the chair of this event, but you were actually number 60 Allison Dairyland.
I was the 60th Alice, and it's unique to Southwest Wisconsin because the very first Alice was from Highland, Wisconsin, which is our neighboring town. And my family grew up following Alice. They remember the big parade when Margaret was selected. So it was really fun 60 years later to bring it back to Southwest Wisconsin.
So we've got some video of those Alices that we've had from over the years, way back from 1948. I mean, how much of an impact has this program been for the dairy state?
So Alice in Dairyland did start as an ambassador just for the dairy industry. It was an outgrowth of the Department of Agriculture to celebrate the centennial in 1948. And since then, it's really grown to encompass all of Wisconsin agriculture. So while half of our $104 billion industry is dairy, we're also known for ginseng and cranberries, all the crops we feed to our cattle or our pigs, and then also other industries like ethanol, paper, mink, a lot of different products people don't think of when they think of agriculture.
So every year, Alice is very busy traveling across Wisconsin, right?
Yes, she travels about 40,000 miles, makes hundreds of appearances, whether it's media interviews, talking to civic groups, talking to fourth graders when they study Wisconsin. And it's unique because it's the only program like it in the United States. So there are other ambassadors for different products, but Alice is actually a full-time employee with the state of Wisconsin. She's a public relations and marketing professional, and it does change every year. So every year there's a new Alice who can put her own spin and twist on the program based on her agricultural experiences.
So 75 years of Alice in Dairyland. What is going to be really special about this year?
So I think the big thing that is special about this year is the fact that we're really trying to help people reconnect with food. A lot of times people think about Dane County for the capital, but they don't realize that we're also really a big agricultural producing county. So we want to make sure that we're helping people understand the history of Alice, how it's a primer for young women, and then really help consumers make that connection with their food through all the farmers, whether it's known for our farmers market, the largest in the nation for being a producer farmers market, to understanding a lot about the meat industry with our new meat lab here. So we're going to be featuring all of that. while those candidates get ready to vie for the 75th Allison Dairyland.
Yes, let's throw that graphic up on the screen right now. A couple of big events you guys have coming up, including today too.
Today is big because you get to meet the 6 top candidates. So the process started in January. It's been whittled down now to 6. So they will then compete over the next 8 weeks, and it will culminate in May. So they'll be announced today. They'll have a lot of work they need to do between now and May 21st. And May 21st at the Monona Terrace, we're actually going to select the 75th Allison Dairyland. So we want people to come join us. Come learn about Alice. Come learn about food. Come learn about agriculture. It's our state's #1 industry.
A lot to be excited about here. Happy 75th year. I mean, that's so awesome.
It is fabulous. And to see it change from starting as a photo contest in 1948 to a full-time professional that really has a 5-month-long interview process just is a testament to the longevity and the innovation of the program and really of Wisconsin farmers.
All right. Well, Jill, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Remember to let me know what inspires you here in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
All right, let's toss it over to Chris Reese now, your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Hey, good morning. We are looking at radar right now. A cold front moving in from the north and west. That'll bring a chance for some snow flurries later on. It doesn't have a lot of moisture, though, because that moisture is being tapped into by a winter storm that is happening to our south. A beautiful, it's Friday sky happening in the sky right now. It is 16. The wind chill down at 5, winds out of the south at 8 for us this morning. Let's look ahead. Temperatures will start to warm up. We will likely top out right around 28. Notice that wind direction now to northwest. Out of the northwest by the time we get you towards lunchtime. That's where our temperatures begin to fall. So the weekend forecast is the tale of 2 seasons. 23 with sunshine on Saturday. Sunday, we spring forward. Temperatures begin to jump up towards 49. We also spring forward when it comes to the clocks on Sunday as well. We're going to move them an hour ahead. That means our sunrise now happening after 7 o'clock in the morning. That sunset happening after 7 p.m. into the afternoon and evening.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much for the reminder. After a long off season, the lockout by the MLB and its owners is over. So baseball's back. Players can now start reporting to spring training. Laura Podesta has more from New York.
After weeks of bargaining, Major League Baseball's Players Union and owners struck a deal yesterday. The season will officially start April 7th, a week later than normal.
I do want to start by apologizing to our fans. I know that the last few months have been difficult.
The 99-day lockout is the second longest in league history. It caused the cancellation of the first 2 weeks of spring training games, but with some creative scheduling, allows for a full 162-game regular season.
I'm excited. I'm a lifelong Giants fan, so I'm excited to see, the team won the NL West last year, and, they almost beat the Dodgers last year, so excited to see how they do this year.
The delay worried not just fans, but also business owners who have shops around ballparks. They were concerned that after COVID, another season could be disrupted.
I think that it's safe to say, as long as I've been in this neighborhood, this is the most important season of baseball for these surrounding businesses and for the people who live in this area ever.
Spring training has been shortened to a little more than 3 weeks. Players will be required to show up by Sunday, with exhibition games beginning a week from today. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
This new deal brings some changes to the sport. The playoffs are now expanded to 12 teams. There will be no more defensive shifting. Pitchers will now have to pitch. They'll have a pitch clock. And the National League is officially adding a designated hitter to the lineup. The bases will be larger. The season is set to begin on April 7th. That gives the league only a 28-day off season.
So the Brewers will start spring training next Friday. Their regular season is now scheduled to start April 7th against the Cubs in Chicago. After playing a series with them and the Baltimore Orioles, the Crew's home opener at American Family Field will be against the St. Louis Cardinals on April 15th.
Turning now to college basketball. By the end of the weekend, 68 teams will be in the big dance, the NCAA tournament. But for one storied program, Syracuse University, the season is over. Despite the Orange's disappointing finish, though, it's a season head coach Jim Boeheim has been dreaming about for more than 20 years. For the first time, the college basketball legend coached his 2 sons, Jimmy and Buddy.
When he was 4 years old, he wanted to come. He thought he was going to come to Syracuse. I never did until he was 16.
I couldn't see myself anywhere else. I'd come here if I was a manager, if I had to be a walk-on, whatever it was.
Syracuse basketball was our childhood. You know, going to games, mopping the court during timeouts. I mean, growing up around all these great players, remembering, you know, Final Four runs and whatnot.
Ahead on CBS Mornings, Nate Burleson meets up with the three Boeheim boys who peel back the curtain on the family dynamics on and off the court. That story and more coming up on CBS Mornings.
That's going to be a good one.
Now stick around for that. Up next, the Green Bay Packer who surprised a high school basketball game.
And how a local school is going the extra mile to show support for one of their teachers who's originally from Ukraine. That's in our next half hour.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Dylan, how's that sofa you can't return from that big internet site?
Honestly, not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Look what just $20 a month will get you when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm David Cohen, the COO of Love Your Teeth. When I met the dentist who developed Love Your Teeth and I saw how effective it was and how easy it was to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Love Your Teeth was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth, as well as stains on caps and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. And for those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, with Love Your Teeth, you can target that area using swab precision.
With Love Your Teeth, my teeth were looking great. Like, I would just wake up every day like, oh my God, my teeth are getting whiter. I'm just so confident in the way that my smile looks.
I'm so happy with the results. Before I started Love Your Teeth, I took a selfie. They're so white, so different.
The brilliance of my teeth now is so much better.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in your first application, you'll see up to 2 shades whiter teeth and 7 shades in 7 days. Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour and get up to 2 shades whiter in your first application.
I love red wine, tea, coffee, and I typically get stains at like the bottom part of my teeth, and it's very obvious. This was my smile before I started using Love Your Teeth. Here's my smile now.
While I was using other teeth whitening products, my teeth became sensitive. With Love Your Teeth, there was zero sensitivity the entire process.
Call for your 10-minute solution to a whiter smile. Order Love Your Teeth today and get 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Love Your Teeth Go Pen with your order. The Go Pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even smoking. In addition to saving up to 50% on your purchase and your free Go Pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit lyt50.com.
Oh, my back. Hey, Dylan, need a mattress? Well, luckily, Slumberland has a big Sealy sale. Look what you can get for $20 a month. A Sealy Posturepedic mattress and a power base. And you'll pay no interest for 5 years at Slumberland Furniture.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Linda gets a special shout out this morning because she tagged me along with the hashtag MyNews3Morning on social media. So her lovely picture gets shown this morning. This is Columbus Fireman's Park. A lovely shot here of sunrise, wouldn't you say?
Linda went above and beyond, not just with the hashtag, but she tagged you in it.
Yeah. That's a surefire way to get on TV if you tag us on social media. We want to thank Linda for sharing her morning. You can do it too. Tag us or use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We'll find it and we'll share our favorites. The Ashwaubenon Jaguars had a special guest during their sectional semifinal last night.
Take a look at this energy Green Bay Packers running back A.J. Dillon brought in an appearance helping pump up the student section. Since joining the Packers, A.J. Dillon has embraced the small community feel, and he has become a fan favorite for it.
He really has.
Late last year, Dillon was honored with the key to Dane County.
A.J. Dillon has one of my favorite nicknames in football right now. His nickname is the Quad Father because his quads, his leg muscles, are very large.
So big.
They call him the Quad Father. And he is absolutely a fan favorite, really embracing the local community, which we want our Green Bay Packers to do. So many have over the years, and it is so great to see A.J. Dillon stepping into that role.
You can tell the students are just loving it, too.
I know. The energy is awesome with Dillon and the students. Cool. Ashwaubenon getting a nice little treat during this section of. I don't know if they won, though. I don't know if it was good enough to. I don't know if they won either. That's something we forgot to look up this morning. But still, that's probably what they'll remember out of
They
all this.
did win. We're told that they won.
Hey, all right.
They played this weekend.
Right, now he's their lucky charm. He's got to keep showing up now. Keep that winning streak alive.
All right, Chris Reese, give us the bus stop forecast.
Yeah, the bus stop forecast headed out the door. Things are going to be cold. It's a colder day overall. 16 at bus pickup time, 24 at bus drop-off later on this afternoon after a cold front comes on through. Now Chris Stanford gets to have his big moment.
Here we go.
As we move towards the weekend, we get to spring forward an hour Saturday night and into Sunday. I'm writing this show all morning long, folks. Get ready to spring forward. Your sunrise time after 7 a.m. and then your new sunset after 7 p.m. as we begin Sunday. So we are getting to that period with longer days, guys.
Yeah, we sure are. Tougher for us here on the morning shift because it stays later longer and we like to go to bed early.
We always do. I'm just really jealous of your boing. I can't even do it.
Message me if you're ever willing to hire me.
I'll take you.
We'll be back, folks.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Associated Physicians, do you know how much we offer all under one roof? It's a lot. From OBGYN, peds and internal medicine, to lab, x-ray, behavioral health, and more. Associated Physicians, 233-9746.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. That's why we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more, keeping only the best of the best on our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Now is the time to turn your dream into a reality with design and buy projects at Menards. Breeze through your project planning with ease using interactive tools that factor in the details that matter and get 11% off everything. If you're dreaming of a kitchen with an island for entertaining, a deck to grill up the perfect hot dog, or a post-frame building large enough to protect your prized possessions, what are you waiting for? Get a free estimate with instant pricing and buy your project today with Design and Buy at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night, your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 77 years. And during our 77th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $77. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
The OBGYN team at Associated Physicians wants to remind you that it's time to redirect your attention. Back to you. We are here and we have just one focus. You. Call us at Associated Physicians, 233-9746.
Right now, Russia widening its military offensive against Ukraine. How sanctions against Russia continue to grow.
Temperatures in the teens this morning, but we also have another cold front on the way and the tale of two seasons this weekend.
Plus, on Wisconsin, Badger men's basketball tipping off in the Big Ten tournament tonight. Hear from star Johnny Davis.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News for Now this morning. We made it to Friday.
Here we are, Flannel Friday.
March 11th. I'm Josh Ryder.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Leah Lynchide still on her honeymoon. She'll be back with us the middle of next week. We begin with the crisis in Ukraine this half hour. Today, President Biden is expected to announce the U.S. will suspend normal trade relations with Russia. This will allow for tariffs on Russian imports.
This morning, Russia is calling an emergency UN meeting to discuss unproven claims that Ukraine is developing chemical weapons. The White House says those allegations are an outright lie and that Russia may be planning a false flag operation in order to themselves use biological weapons.
Overnight, Russian airstrikes have hit near airports in western Ukraine where the Russian forces have not yet targeted. Authorities say the airstrikes on the Luz military airfield left 2 Ukrainian servicemen dead and 6 people wounded. Meantime, new satellite images show the 40-mile-long convoy of Russian forces north of Kyiv has split up and redeployed into more aggressive positions closer to the city. A U.S. official believes Russian troops could encircle the capital now within 1 to 2 weeks. Ukrainian soldiers say they ambushed Russian tanks moving toward Kyiv from the east earlier this week.
We fight in our land and we protect our families, so it doesn't matter how they fight. We fight like lions and they won't win.
Russian President Vladimir Putin now alleging volunteer fighters from outside of Russia joined their offensive against Ukraine. Students at a small community high school here in our area are going the extra mile to show support for one of their teachers who's originally from Ukraine.
Tahil Mohideen spoke with that teacher and shares the story behind the meaningful surprise.
When Monroe teacher Ala Schwartz walks into her school's gym,
I didn't expect it at all.
She finds herself overwhelmed.
When I heard them singing in Ukrainian, I started crying and I started singing along with them because it means a lot to me.
Hearing her school's choir sing her home country's national anthem, she couldn't help but sing along.
It's just like part of Ukraine for me, part of my home country. And people to do that, for me and for my country, it means a lot.
It's a show of support put in motion by social studies teacher Patrick Kenny.
Collaborating and putting together signs. We started putting together cutouts of sunflowers.
Students and staff alike eager to get involved.
And said, hey, we can organize our band to do the Ukrainian national anthem, and then we found out that the choir learned it.
Schwartz grateful for the support and thinking of her family back home.
I lived in Ukraine for 32 years, so most of my life is still in Ukraine. There are lots of people there still.
Her 61-year-old father, a farmer, declining her offer to come to Wisconsin.
He said, no, I feel this is my duty to stay in Ukraine and just, yeah, he volunteered to protect our hometown. This is, I think I just like need to accept his choice.
But she's finding comfort in these halls and in the care shown by her students.
The students who I don't know, they come up to me in hallway and asking how we can help, how you holding Frau, and it just makes me realize that people care.
In Monroe, Tahil Mohideen, News 3 Now.
Schwartz says the video on Facebook has been shared with many people in Ukraine who appreciate the show of support. So far, it has been viewed more than 180,000 times.
Love that story this morning. All right, let's check in with Chris Reese now in Madison's certified most accurate forecast. Hey there, Chris.
Hey, good morning. The focus has been 3 things to know. That's how we're going to be cold through Saturday. Then we have a quick hitting chance for snow coming our direction as well. Big time spring fever. That's what's going to be in store as we move towards next week. We're looking at the upper air pattern. Look at this core cold right here, how that moves into the upper Midwest through time. Well, this core cold gets replaced. It's going to be locked up in Canada as we go through time. Warmth starts to build towards the west, and that is going to move our direction. That means our high temperatures get ready to jump. Also, our average high now at 40. We're going to be warmer than 40 as we go through much of next week. I mean, Wednesday into Thursday, we're talking temperatures right around 60, even some days into the low 60s. That being said, we're tracking snow across the Midwest right now. It goes from the Texas Panhandle all the way up into parts of Ontario, Canada. This part, though, really all missing us towards the south, and it's going to become a big deal for parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, even Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia as we go throughout tonight. We stay dry, but I am watching a cold front that'll bring a chance for some flurries our way. Then we actually have our quick hitting shot at some light snow early Sunday morning. This shouldn't amount to much at all, and then Sunday really begins to warm things up. Right now, as you step outside, it is 16 degrees. Winds out of the south at 8. The wind chill is 5. So yeah, you probably want a little bit of a jacket headed out the door. Temperatures are into the teens for all of us with winds out of the south and west. They become northwesterly later on this morning and into the afternoon. Here's our cold front passage right around 10 to 11 o'clock. It'll get cloudy out. You might even see a couple of flakes, but then that moves on out and we'll see a little bit more sunshine into the afternoon. Temperatures don't get to warm up that much though into the afternoon because of the cold front, and we go down to 2 overnight tonight. Wind chills will be even colder, well below 0, moving towards tomorrow morning. The extended forecast is relatively dry, but I am keeping a close eye on our next rain chances arriving towards the end of next week.
Rain chances. You're saying rain?
Yep, rain.
You hear that, folks? Rain.
Rain. I love to hear it.
Liquid.
I love to hear it.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I don't know either. Because we're tired and it's Friday.
There you go.
Thank you, Chris Reese.
My pleasure.
6:36 right now. Wisconsin's top court will soon decide whether people appointed to state government boards can stay longer than the term they were set for. The question arose nearly a year ago when the Natural Resources Board chair, Fred Prayne, refused to step down when his term expired. The governor appointed his replacement, but the Senate hasn't confirmed her, leading to yesterday's array of legal arguments about whether or not state law and court decisions give the courts the right to oust Dr. Prayne. Prayne told us after the hearing he doesn't know how long he'd stay if the courts come down in his favor.
I decided to play it out, see where the courts go. I don't write laws. I react to what the laws are, and I think the laws in my favor. And when the Supreme Court rules, I'll make a decision at that time.
What all this effectively accomplishes is keeping the Natural Resources Board in conservative Walker-appointed hands, and what would happen for future positions if the legislature and governor and Senate to disagree.
It's game day for the Wisconsin men's Badger basketball team. They face Michigan State in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament tonight. The Badgers and the Spartans split games in the regular season. The team says they're ready to bounce back after that loss to Nebraska Sunday. And their record this year says they can do it. After each loss in the regular season, the Badgers went on to win their next one. This team didn't have any losing streaks.
And, just having a very forgetful memory. You lose a game. If you dwell on it, then it's going to affect the next game. You just got to put it behind you and focus on the task at hand.
Johnny Davis there. He is going into the game with a new honor. Get this, Sports Illustrated just ranked the top 50 men's basketball players of the season, and Davis was #1. Sports Illustrated says no player has meant more to his team than Davis.
Today marks 2 years since the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus a pandemic, and since the Omicron surge, COVID-19 cases are declining and mask mandates being lifted. Dr. Malika Marshall has more on what we've learned and what might be ahead.
2 years ago, the world was facing down a new virus with many unknowns, especially that it was capable of spreading so easily.
We already knew enough about it to know that it was going to be serious.
and it proved to be serious.
Nearly 80 million have since been infected, and more than 950,000 have died, as the United States and the rest of the world experience surge after surge from variants like Alpha, Delta, and Omicron.
Don't know enough.
Dr. Bill Hanage is an epidemiologist with the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health.
Everybody wants to know whether there is another variant coming, and I'll tell you what, I don't know. But I will tell you that I never bet against natural selection. We shouldn't be assuming that the virus is done with us.
What preparation should we be doing?
We should be maintaining our ability to test. We should be enhancing our ability to produce new vaccines if and when they are needed. We should be redoubling our efforts to get shots into the arms of those who need them most.
The other big question, when will we reach the endemic phase? Which doesn't mean the virus disappears, but rather that we're not seeing large case spikes.
I don't think we're in that state just yet, although hopefully we're going to be in a state where we've got a kind of amount of disease that we can afford to not be obsessing about it all the time.
Dr. Hanage says while we're in a far better place than 2 years ago, we need to learn from this experience that pandemics don't simply go away.
If we sweep them under the rug, they come back stronger, they come back harder, they kill more people.
A lesson that could save lives later. Dr. Malika Marshall, CBS News, Boston.
6:40 as we take a look outside this morning. Look, the sun is up and traffic is humming along out there. We'll let you know if there are any delays that'll snag your morning commute. And we look ahead to that warm up next week.
Plus, we're in the 608 with how Allison Dairyland is celebrating 75 years in Wisconsin.
Everyone's a winner at Ashley's Lucky Streak Mattress Sale. Our warehouse is packed with millions of dollars of inventory ready to be delivered. Save up to $1,000 instantly on mattress doorbusters. Plus, interest-free financing for 5 years. Only at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer.
I can't take it anymore. It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free? Perfect.
I can change, honey.
Not you. These drafty old windows.
Oh.
It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free from Feldco.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Contact Culligan, your local water expert.
When you open a jar of Better Than Bouillon, you open up dinner time to great flavor. Mix it into a stir fry.
Better.
Saute it into some veggies.
Better.
Or brush it onto a steak.
Way better.
With Better Than Bouillon, the possibilities are endless. Make your everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
It's Ford Truck Month, America. With new inventory arriving daily, it's time to get after it in a Ford F-150 and a Ford Ranger. Stop by your local Ford dealer today and let us help you custom order your truck your way. Then we'll get after building it. It's Ford Truck Month. Visit your local Ford dealer today. Order your F-150 to lock in 0% financing for 66 months and $500 cash, plus an extra $1,000 retailer order bonus.
Feeling lucky? Everyone's a winner at Ashley's Lucky Streak Sale. We have millions of dollars of inventory in stock with savings up to 50% off. And get your scratch-off card in store for up to an extra 15% off. Plus 0% interest until 2023. Only at Ashley.
U.S. ad spending is set to surpass $300 billion by 2022, and the greater Madison area is poised for major growth. So now would be a great time to consider a career in multimedia sales and to join our team selling our top-rated media and digital solutions. Work for a company that offers training, autonomy, flexibility, income growth, upward mobility, and work-life balance with a competitive wage. If you have a passion to drive results for local businesses, then visit morganmurphymedia.com right now to apply.
We're back at 6:43 this morning, and it's time to see what's happening in the 608 at this hour. We are celebrating a big milestone here in Wisconsin. Allison Dairyland celebrating 75 years. And here to talk with us more about it is Jill Makovic. Jill, you're the chair of the 75th event, but you're also a former Alice number 60. Is that right?
Number 60. It's fun to be a milestone year, and it's fun to celebrate a milestone here in the heart of Wisconsin as well.
So this year, Dane County is lucky enough to be the one, putting this event on. And why Dane County? Why did you guys choose Dane County this year?
Allison Dairyland travels all around the state as part of her job, and every year a different county hosts a selection process because our agriculture is so different in different parts of the state. But here in Dane County, we're often known for being home to the state capitol, the 4 lakes, the Monona Terrace, but really 2/3 of our county is farmland. And that farmland, how it breaks down is 2,500 farms, 95% family owned, 500,000 acres of farmland that works really hard for our county. It generates 14,000 jobs, $3.1 billion in economic activity, and it's one of the most productive agriculture counties in the state and really representative of Wisconsin agriculture. So we wanted to showcase the vibrant ag community with our food-conscious consumers and showcase Alice, who's the representative of all of that and makes those connections between farms and food.
Yeah, and you can see Alice was right there on the screen. Busy traveling, how many miles every year?
40,000 miles, mostly in the state of Wisconsin. There's so many people now that are disconnected from the farm. About 90% of our population is not connected to production agriculture. So there's a big job in helping people understand where their food comes from, how farmers raise their food, whether it's cattle or crops, and then also the economic impact. It's our state's #1 industry. It contributes $104 billion of activity every year, and it's really important to make sure consumers get their questions answered. And Wisconsin has Allison Dairyland to help do that. It's the only program like it in the entire nation.
And it's fascinating to think, just the differences there could be from, like, let's say Dane County to Iowa County, for example. They're obviously both very important, but in different ways.
That's right. And good pointing out Iowa County. That's home to the first Allison Dairyland, Margaret McGuire Blott. She was from Iowa County, but much more rural, very different production there. Or Grant County, my home county, big in pigs. That's a big commodity there that a lot of people don't think about. And as you travel north, you learn more about cranberries or cherries in Door County. And then also we have a lot of fiber industries, from mink to paper, and then our fuel industry. So not only is agriculture food, but it's food, fiber, and fuel. And Alice really helps bridge the gap between all of those.
So we're going to throw a graphic up on the screen right now. 75th anniversary here of Allison Dairyland. What are the events we have looking forward to starting today?
Today is when we're going to meet the top 6 candidates. So they applied in January. They've now been narrowed down to 6. They will vie to be the 75th Allison Dairyland. They will now embark on an 8-week process, which includes media interviews, agribusiness tours, a lot of social media work in order to showcase what they know about agriculture, and will culminate at the Monona Terrace May 21st, where we name our 75th Allison Dairyland.
Lots of really, really fun stuff to look forward to then.
Absolutely. We want people to come and join us in May, so they can come to the question and answer session on Friday, May 20th, or come to the Monona Terrace May 21st.
Yeah, and real quick, kind of unique. So the current Alice, she's had to do this for 2 years because of COVID, right?
That's right. A lot of positions, as you've followed nationally, kept their same ambassador on for 2 years, and Allison Dairyland is no different. We couldn't host a selection, so unprecedented, where she had 2 years. And Allison Dairyland is a lot of work. It's a lot of travel. It's hundreds of appearances. So I think Julia, while she loved her experience, is ready for us to name a new Allison Dairyland. But also a testament to the program that it was able to withstand those challenges of COVID, and it's still here helping to really embrace all that agriculture means to the state.
Yeah, very special to hear in Wisconsin. Happy 75th year.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jill, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Remember, you can get all of your tips to me up on our news page, up on over our email. You can email me in the 608 at WISC-TV.com, or you can reach me on social media as well.
Jill and I have met before. 15 years ago, you were my first Allison Dairyland that I interviewed when I worked for Channel 9 up in Wausau.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Full circle moment.
Good to see you again.
That is a full circle moment, because Mark Holly, I was his first on-camera interview, and he's now in Wausau. So
how about that?
What are the odds?
Come on over, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to find out who the 75th Allison Dairyland is going to be this year.
It's really exciting. There are 6 amazing candidates. I'm sworn to secrecy, so I can't say anything. So you need to make sure 11:30 they'll all be announced.
Sounds good.
That's awesome. Good to see you.
Thanks again, Jill.
Thank you.
All right, Chris Reese.
Just a reunion here on News 3 now. You love to see it. All right, we are looking at Doppler track this morning. A couple of flurries are moving into the western part of the state. I cannot rule out flurry chances for us later on this morning and into the early afternoon. It just doesn't have a lot of moisture to work with. The reason for it is because this cold front is sweeping a lot of the moisture out, and it's got a lot of snow with it too, so that's using up most of that moisture as well. Look at that sun on a Friday. It's 16 right now. It's cold when it comes to the wind chill, down at 5, but as we begin to look ahead, look at how we'll start to warm things up. Upper 20s by lunch. That's when we'll see that increased cloud cover as well. It's the tale of two seasons this weekend. 23 on Saturday, but springing forward in the weather and the clocks on Sunday.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. 6:49 right now. Coming up in the morning sprint, we've got all of your Friday headlines ahead.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to Noah and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Come experience Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona. With our wide selection of high-quality tile, wood, stone, and vinyl, all at everyday low prices, you can realize any aspirational project at an inspirational price. Discover your new Floor & Decor, now open in Monona.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk so they can actually see how this works. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah.
You would,
I mean,
your morning routine.
It absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. Apply it underneath your eyes, fine line wrinkles, forehead lines. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I never would have thought that Ron Johnson would have ever been somebody that I can say is family. I remember thinking, wow, he actually came here, but he actually took the time to step in the door and support my husband in a program, in a vision, in a dream. It was like their visions of helping the people were all one glue. And when the two of them got together, they developed a program called the Joseph Project.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the Buffalo Ranch Chicken Pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Grilled chicken, crunchy bacon, covered in creamy buffalo sauce. Now that is an expression.
Change the way you pizza.
Save big
at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
In just a few hours, the UN is set to hold an emergency meeting to discuss unproven Russian claims that Ukraine is developing chemical weapons, something the U.S. says is a false flag to justify Russia's possible use of its own weapons of mass destruction. 2.3 million refugees have fled Ukraine. The mayor of Kyiv says half the city has left, with Russian troops just miles away. Food supplies in some battered cities are reportedly running dangerously low.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court decided deciding whether people appointed by government boards can stay past their term ends. Dr. Fred Prane has been continuing to serve on the Natural Resources Board after his term expired, while the Senate has not approved the governor's appointee. Oral arguments for the case were delivered yesterday. More on the legal precedents up on channel3000.com.
Authorities in Florida are looking for a hit-and-run suspect after a Wisconsin woman was struck and killed while crossing the street. It happened in Fort Myers last night. Mary Reed of Cottage Grove was pronounced dead at the scene. She worked at the Dive-In Bar on Cottage Grove Road, and bar staff leaned a bar stool up against her favorite gambling machine overnight in her memory. More from her friends and coworkers up right now on channel3000.com.
Major League Baseball is back. Training camps in Florida and Arizona set to open up today now after players and the owners struck a deal. The Players Association accepted management's offer that ends the 99-day lockout that delayed spring training and raised the possibility of regular season games being called off for the first time since 1995.
The CDC says it is developing guidance that will ease the nationwide mask mandate on airplanes, buses, and other mass transit next month, but says the existing face covering requirement will be extended through April 18th. That means anyone taking a plane, train, or bus will need to keep their masks on for at least another month.
The Dane County Regional Airport says it is ready for spring break travelers. Nationwide, average daily passenger numbers are expected to surpass 90% of pre-pandemic levels for the duration of March. They say to make sure that your trip is fast and easy, be sure to wear those masks. Follow the liquid limit rule. Pack food in a clear plastic bag, leave those prohibited items at home, and give yourself extra time.
The man accused of driving his SUV through the Waukesha Christmas parade, killing 6 people, will be in court at 9 o'clock this morning.
6 new felony charges filed against Darrell Brooks. They allege Brooks killed 6 people while on drugs. That brings the total amount of felony charges against him to 83. Emilio Delgado, who spent more than 40 years entertaining generations of children playing the Fix-It shop owner Luis on Sesame Street, has died. He passed away last night at his home in New York City. In 2020, he'd been diagnosed with a type of blood cancer. Emilio Delgado was 81 years old.
Inflation fear causing mortgage rates to go up just ahead of the busy spring real estate market. The mortgage company Freddie Mac reports the 30-year fixed rate averaged 3.85% this week. Analysts also say the war in Ukraine is causing percentages to climb because of market instability and the threat of supply shortages.
We are watching a winter storm to our south this morning. This stays to our south, but we will see a chance for some flurries. In fact, some of those already trying to move into the picture southeast of La Crosse now. We're in the teens. We're going to warm things up into the upper 20s. That happens around noon, and then a cold front comes through. Temperatures drop throughout the rest of our evening.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks for joining us, folks. Make it a great day and have a wonderful weekend.